Hey everybody, thanks for watching my video. Richard Hill with teachingpassiveincome.com. Today we are talking about WordPress. This video is going to be for beginners. If you're looking for more advanced WordPress features or information, this video is not going to be for you. But this video was built for my 30-day blog training series and the Get Started blogging series at teachingpassiveincome.com, where we teach entrepreneurs and bloggers how to make money online. Now, I'm going to assume that everybody has WordPress installed. You have your hosting account installed. If not, you can go back to step 2 of the Get Started blogging series on teachingpassiveincome.com to set up your GoDaddy hosting and to also get your domain name registered, get everything set up. That way you can install WordPress and you can come back to the video and watch it. For everybody else, welcome. This is just going to be a basic tutorial of WordPress. I know it can seem like there's a lot going on here, but everything in WordPress is very easy to use. The reason I recommend WordPress is due to many reasons, but the top reasons is because number one, it's the most popular CMS, and that represents content management system that you can install for a blog. Number two, very easy to learn. Number three, there's countless options, there's countless features and functionality that you can add to your blog through WordPress. Number four, very easy to use and navigate. If you've worked with Joomla, I know I have, and other apps that you can use to build blogs and websites, it can be difficult to navigate some of them and understand them. With WordPress, everything is just so simple, and that's why I recommend, if you're looking for a software program to build your blog or website around, you can't go wrong with WordPress. On top of that, there's countless videos, tutorials just like the one you're watching today about WordPress, learning WordPress, and the 10 million things that you can do with WordPress. With saying that, we are going to get started. One of the most important things about your blog or your website is going to be the appearance. That's everything. But what if you don't know web programming? What if you don't know how to web design? What if you don't know how to code? How in the world are you going to build a blog on WordPress? Well, for that, we have WordPress themes. If you go to your left menu, hit appearance, and go to themes. Now this is going to be a premium theme that I will talk about a little bit. I go into greater detail in other videos, so you can search my channel and look for those. With Divi theme, it comes with the Divi page builder, and this is a drag and drop software that will help you get the exact look that you want without having to know the code. This is why I recommend it to beginners, and I recommend it to advanced users, especially if you don't know web design. Now with WordPress, you have two different options. If you go to add new, you're going to come over here, and once again you're in appearance and themes. These are all the WordPress themes that are free. Yes, these are free to use, and you can search for any niche topic that you want. If we search for health, it's going to bring up some health related themes that we can use, and you can use these for free. But if we look at one just to get a preview, you can see this is kind of complete, but there's custom options here that you want to have to edit for a free theme. This actually looks pretty okay, but that's not always the case. If you go to another theme, some of them, here's a good example, it just don't line up and it looks nowhere near as good as it does on a preview, but that's just part of it. You're going to find themes that's like that, and those are themes that you're going to have to customize. And free themes, they're great, but they're limited. You're limited at what you can do. You've got limited features, you got limited functionality. So that's why I recommend the Divi theme. It has a page builder again. It's very easy to use, and you don't have to know web design and web program, the language, to get the exact look that you want, and that's going to be very, very important. So that's an option you're going to have to take for those of you that's watching this video through my series. You're serious about making money online, you're serious about your website being monetized and being able to build a business online, the look is going to be crucial. So I highly recommend the Divi theme and using the Divi page builder, and it's great for beginners and it's great for advanced. Even if you know web program, this can make everything simple, easy, and fun to use. Actually, I mean, it's a great program. One of the best WordPress themes I've worked with. I've been on WordPress for nearly a decade, pretty much ever since they started. So I recommend that to you. If we go back over to the dashboard, two of the biggest areas that you're going to use to add content is post and it's pages. I'll take you one of the examples. This is the 30-day blog training series that I'm working on. This is one of the WordPress tutorials, but this is just a blank page. But this is your WordPress editor, and it's going to look the same for post, and it's going to look the same for pages. If we go over to the pages, you're going to see that it's pretty much identical. And everything down here, this is where you're going to add your content. You can add links, you can bold text, you can make headings. This is where you create your content. One of the differences with pages and posts is with the pages you can add parent classes. So more or less this is adding content under other content. That's all that is. You can add featured images to both pages and posts. Now, one of the plugins, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, this is exactly an SEO plugin, because SEO is going to be very, very important for you, and that's what that's there. And you can add different features. When you add plugins to your WordPress site or blog, it gives you a bunch of different features and functionalities that you wouldn't have otherwise. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. But as far as adding content, it's posts and pages. Once you're done and you have all your content in, you just come over here to the right, and this is the same as it is in post. Publish, and your content will be live. You can choose to publish content at a different stage. You can choose to hide it, to make it private or public so everybody can see it. You can save drafts, you can go back through revisions, you can preview what you wrote. So there's a bunch of different features on posts and pages. Now with media, this is all the images that you're adding to the website, and each image that you add has a specific URL. So if I copied and pasted that and put it in, what you're going to do is you're going to see the exact image. So every media file that you add that is an image, you're going to have a specific URL to it. You can add title and the alternate text. I don't know how many of you know SEO real good, but Google and the other spiders, they can't see what images are. So we add alternate text, so that tells the spiders what the picture is. And you can add a description to it too. Everything you add image wise is going to be here, and these are images that we're using in our content within posts and pages. Now, next thing I want to do, I want to take you guys through the settings. The general settings, this is just going to be your site title that you can add. You can add a tagline. You have your URL for WordPress and your site address, which both going to be the same. Then you have the opportunity to add an email address here. Membership with WordPress, you can store users in the database here, and you have an option for that over here on the left menu. You can go to users, all users. You can add users. You can select rows when people join a membership or subscribe to your website. And you can also choose date formats, time formats, when your week would start, and if you do choose elegant themes, which is the creator of the Divi theme was talking about earlier, this is exactly where you'd add your username for your account and your personal API key, and that gives you automatic updates. If we go to writing, you're going to see more basic options like default post category. This is set to uncategorize. We only have one category right now, writing business, but all your categories would be listed here. And if you wanted to choose a default post, and what this would do, it would automatically take all your posts and label them in a specific category, whatever one you choose. Really, you can leave that blank. That's nothing to worry about. Same thing with the default post format, standard, side chat. Just leave that alone. These are real, more or less features that you're probably not going to use, but these are your writing settings. Under reading, this is going to be a little bit important because if you got a home page and you're wanting to make a static page, which is a standalone home page, this is where you choose that option. If you wanted to add your blog post to your front page, you choose your latest posts, and you can choose how many posts go on the home page. If you wanted 12, you could put it at 12. If you wanted 8, you could go down to 8. And you can also have syndication feeds showing on the home page, and you can select that. Again, for what you're doing, these are probably going to be options that you will not use, but it's good to know that they're there. Now if we go to discussion, these are going to be more custom options that you can add, and these are for comments. WordPress is terrible for comment spam, and these are mostly generated from software. And you may notice if you had your WordPress blog up for a few days, you're getting comments and they make no sense. Don't be alarmed by it. It's just software. It's spam. It's best just to go ahead and delete them. I won't tell you to turn off your comments, but you can. But for just depending really on what you decide to do, whether you want to keep comments on or off. But all the different comment options are right here. You can choose default article settings. These are other comment settings, like comment offer must fill out their name and email before they leave a comment, or users must be registered and logged in to comment. You can automatically close comments on your articles within a certain amount of days. You may want to mess with that, you may not. That's going to be your choice. If you go to media settings, these are kind of important. This is where you can choose your thumbnail size for images. You can also choose the medium size and large size, and that's for both width and height. Permalinks, this is very, very important because your permalinks are important to SEO and navigation purposes. For SEO, and again, I don't know how well you know SEO. We always try, best practice is to use a specific keyword or keyword phrase in your title, and to make sure that same keyword is used in your article. Since I do that, that's my main strategy, and that's the basic SEO practice on my permalinks settings. And this is going to relate to your URL, teachingpassiveincome.com, whatever our title is. We chose post name. That way, whatever the title is, because we know it's already going to be SEO optimized, that's what's going to appear. And we're working on posts and pages to add content to our website. And with category based and tag based, that's just something that we don't use, and you probably won't use either. Now you'll see in the settings we have Google Analytics, Sumo Me, and limit login attempts. These are not settings. That's probably why you are, well, I know that's why you are not seeing that in your WordPress menu. These are actual plugins that we've added to the website, which we are going to talk about now. One of the most awesome features about WordPress is the things that you can do with it, and one of those is you can add plugins to your website. A plugin is a certain feature or functionality you can add to your website, and just like WordPress themes are free and premium, the same goes for plugins. There's tens of thousands of them to choose from, and pretty much any type of plugin that you want, you can pretty much find. It may be free, it may be premium, but you can find them and they're cool to have. So if we go to add new, right here we're already seeing a bunch of free plugins. So for example, if we wanted to add social media buttons to the website, hit enter, and what you're going to have is you're going to have a bunch of social media button plugins that you can look at and see the features of it, see what it does for functionality, and decide whether you want to choose it or not. You'll notice that each plugin has reviews. It shows how many times it's been installed. It has a basic excerpt that tells you what it is, but if you want more details, you can go to more details, and then you can go to their plugin page and you can see screenshots, main descriptions, so you can really get a good in-depth details of what that plugin does, which is really awesome. If we wanted to maybe add thumbnails to article or something to that nature, we're going to have different things. Featured posts allow you to add featured posts that's really not related. Here is one that fixes Facebook thumbs, but you get the gist. You can pretty much find, for example, if we look SEO, there's going to be things that you can't find, but for the most part you can pretty much find anything that you want. And I don't pay too much attention to the reviews because they're always less, but I do pay attention to how many people have installed it. Not everybody leaves reviews, and that's the reason why I look. But if you get a plugin that's been installed 10,000 times, here we see 20,000 times. SEO Yoast is a big one for WordPress, and it's been installed over 1 million times. Right here's one for 100,000 installs. But really love the plugin option. It's cool, one of the best features of WordPress, and all of these you're going to be able to search for. They're free to add. Some of them have free versions and premium versions, so the same company or same plugin developer can have a free version and a premium version, but you'll have to figure that out. But I will tell you some of the plugins that I love working with. One is Google Analytics, because you want Google Analytics to track your traffic, your data, your marketing channels. You definitely want that. So with Google Analytics, you can sign up for an account, enter your data, you'll get a code, and with this plugin all we have to do is put in the code and it's tracking on all pages. Now the recent post widget with thumbnails, I like this because if you go to professional websites, you see images beside their content. Now with regular WordPress, you don't get that. So recent post widget with thumbnails, that is a great one. I love SumoMe. SumoMe is great for conversions. They have heat maps, hello bar, which adds a bar where you can capture emails. All this is very, very important because conversion is going to be crucial to you if you are in this to make money, which is what we teach you to do at teachingpassiveincome.com. Super Socializer, you'll see this one actually on my channel. I did a video about it. It's a great social media plugin, one of the best ones that I've worked with. Gives you a bunch of different features. And we also have Yoast SEO, which is by far the best SEO plugin that you can use. So especially those 5 with Google Analytics, recent post widget with thumbnails, SumoMe, Super Socializer, and Yoast SEO. Those are great plugins to use. And when you add plugins, you can see down here we have SEO, and this is the Yoast plugin, the SumoMe plugin, the Super Socializer plugin, and this is the Divi theme options when we added a theme. So when you add themes and plugins to your WordPress blog or site, you'll notice that these features, and they'll always come down here toward the bottom. Usually these up here stay the same. Some plugins will, I know, like the gym paste theme for WordPress adds training and classes and instructors and different things like that up toward here, but for the most part, 90% of the plugins you add will add features down here, or you'll be able to access them from settings, as you saw earlier. Down here we have Google Analytics, SumoMe, and we do have a limit login attempts plugin to control spam. So your plugins that you add will either be down here or you can access them through settings. Now in terms of WordPress options, that's pretty much the main features of WordPress. You have posts and pages. This is where you add content. Your media option, this is where you add images to your posts and pages, images to your content. You can add videos here as well. And remember, each one gets a unique URL. Appearance, again, this is where you add themes. The last 3 big major features of WordPress, it's going to be under appearance. First we'll go to widgets. Now depending on the WordPress theme that you add, your widget area may be different. For most of you, you'll have a basic items over here, such as archives, categories, custom menu, meta, pages, links, recent posts. These you can add, and as you can see, we have a sidebar widget and we have 4 footer widgets, and these are areas where we can add text. This is how you can add ads using a code. For example, in this text ad, this is a code to show our GoDaddy ad, and you need that code. And if you come down here, you'll find your text widget here. You would just drag and drop all this in the widget areas, drag and drop, and then you'd enter your code right there. If you want to take an item out of your widget area, all you do is move it over. Now depending on the WordPress theme you may just have a sidebar, you may just have 2 footer areas, you may have a header area, or you may have 6-8 different places that you can place these widgets, and they add features and functionality to your website. All our footer area is empty, but if we go over here to one of our pages, right here is our GoDaddy ad, and that's possible because right here is our sidebar, and we have our text and our ad code. If we go back, we should see the search bar under it, and right here we have our search bar. If you come back over here, this is another ad that we have up for elegant themes. If we come back to the sidebar, you see the ad. So this is how you add codes, pretty much anything that you want to, that's available over here. And when you add plugins to it, it gives you more features, like the recent post with thumbnails. That's a plugin that I showed you earlier. That option's here. If you have no widgets or no plugins actually in yours, then you're probably going to see a lot less than we have here. So here's the Super Socializer. That's another plugin that we've added, and it gives us more widgets that we can use and customize and add features to our blog. Menus. This is the menus of your theme. Now this again, it will be different. For my theme that I have, we have three primary, we have a primary menu, we have a secondary menu, and we have a footer menu. You may just have one primary menu. Again, it all depends on the theme. And we can come over here, and this is the structure of our main nav. If you come over here to Teaching Passive Income, we have Home, About, 30-Day Blog Training. Once we come over here, that's the same exact thing you see, Home, About, 30-Day Blog Training. If we want to add one, all we do is click on it, add the menu, and it's over here. Always make sure you save, and always make sure you add to the correct menu. So these are all different options that you can add to the menu. You can add posts, custom links, categories. You can add anything, any page, any URL that you want to. Each one of them, if you click the down arrow, breaks down. You can name it whatever you want. You can move it down if you want. This one will have either up, down. You can move up. You can make it under home. You can add it as a sub-menu item just by, let me close this real quick, just by dragging it over here and right there. So if we save that and we go back over here and refresh, the About page will be under the Home page. And if we see the downward arrow, and that's how you would change that. Put it back, just move it over. Take gas right out. Well, let's do it the right way. Come down here, just press remove. There we go. Save our menu, and it will be back to its original state, just like that. So you can add anything to your menu. And again, depending on the WordPress theme you use, if you come up here and go to Theme Customizer, most WordPress themes have a customizer, but remember, we're using a premium theme here. So we have Divi, and I just wanted to show you the countless, these are all countless options. If we go to layout settings, you're going to see a bunch of different options. This comes with the Divi theme. Not all themes are going to have so many custom options. It's one of the main reasons that I choose, and that's what makes the Divi theme special, is you got literally, I think, a few hundred options here that you can change. If you go to header, format, you can enable vertical navigation. There's a bunch of custom options now. Again, most WordPress themes have a few. Just the premiums have all these different options, and that's pretty much all your main features in WordPress. By knowing everything that you learned today, you're going to be able to get your blog up. You're going to be able to add content to it. You can add your menu items. You can add ads, depending on which affiliate programs you do. So, just a basic tutorial. I hope you learned some things. Feel free to comment. I stay so busy. I try try to get to the comments. You're always more than welcome to come over to teachingpassiveincome.com. I'm just now building it up, doing the training series, doing all the training materials and videos, but I wanted to make this one specifically. It's been a few months since I made a video. I did cover WordPress again, but I wanted to do a little bit better at describing and showing you the features. So thank you for your time today. Please subscribe to our channel. It supports me. I love helping people make money online. I love training people, helping them out. WordPress, it's wonderful to use. It's the easiest to use. It's great. It can be a little learning curve at first, but give it a few days and you'll be able to do all of this without even thinking about it. You won't need to watch another video. You'll get the hang of it. And if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. Appreciate everybody's time. I'll see you next